it has cleared out a bunch of external range liquidity from the even from the weekly time frame. So it just did something and flew up. I don't know what happened. Let's let that day go. Yeah, let's look at this day. Let's look at this day. Look at this. What has the Asian high done? The Asian high has created a strong high, right? Why? Liquidity taken out, and a swing low is broken. Strong high, liquidity. Okay, and then we had a rejection block. Oh, once again, this day I missed the setup because on the 4-hour we had the rejection block up here. So I was waiting until this one played out. But look at this. See, because now I would have done this if the two POIs were like very close to each other, maybe something like this. Then I could have had my stop loss above both the POIs like this. Okay, so I didn't want to do this, so I just had to let that go. But if we did this, let's say with a 5 pip stop loss, maybe look how quick the setup was. Okay, so strong high, liquidity below it, and there you go. Taps, starts to drop. Okay, so 1 hour rejection block, and then it starts to drop. Okay, so that was that day. It was very clean. That was not London. This was New York. This was during the London session actually. Okay, let's see some more. Yeah, look at this one. We had Asia, and the falls run in the opposite direction. Can you see after the New York midnight time? There comes the Judah swing. Okay, so what are they doing? Trend lines forming, order blocks forming, all of that formed. But look at the time, 7:45, reversal time. Boom, it starts to fly. See that? So that's it. Okay, that's it for that day. Look at this one. This was very clean. No, why did I put it there? Show you. Okay, we have Asia. Now ask yourself, is the Asian high a strong high? Obviously not, right? Look at this liquidity. Okay, you can see that. So above Asia, what do we look for? The closest higher time frame point of interest. Okay, so what did we have on the daily? We had an order block. I'm sorry, a rejection block. All the way up here. Can you see it? We had a rejection block all the way up here. Go to the 4-hour. You can do a slight refinement of this into this one. See that? Not huge refinements. You're just moving it a little bit into these areas. Okay, so then what you do is, what's the next thing you take into consideration? I told you, timing, right? So this should happen during London kill zone. So that is 7 a.m. New York time, or else during the London session at 8 a.m. Not New York time, at 8 a.m. London time, like this. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Asia can sell it. Stop loss above the rejection block, 3.3 pips. First target will be Asia. Second target will be external range liquidity. Okay, second target will be the external range liquidity. But this must be your first target because as an intraday trader, we must always play ourselves there. Okay, we must always play ourselves there because there are still chances of price reversing. Okay, we don't know. Okay, so let's see what happens. There it goes. And right at, what's the time? Right at 7 a.m. Can you see that? Right at 7 a.m., tapped into the point of interest, the daily rejection block that was defined to the 4-hour, and then gives you the drop. That's it. Okay, so you have 54 pips, and how long did it take you? Just 1 hour. Okay, so that's more than enough, right? That is more than enough. That is done for the day. Or else, let's say you missed it. No problem. I told you the lowest time frame you go is what? The 50-minute, right? So we can look for a confirmation entry. So how do we look for the confirmation entry? Like we're not going to just use some other strategy to get the confirmation. No, okay, we're doing the same thing. Say you missed it. What do we have on the 50-minute? Stop fund, breakout structure, strong high, liquidity, high time frame point of interest, order block, and the rejection block. See that? Okay, it's the same exact thing. Then what we could do is sell it, stop loss above both the POIs, 5 pips, and then we can target the low that is getting formed in here. Like this. So what happens? There it goes. Taps, and it drops. Can you understand it? Okay, you can see that, right? When we have two POIs very close to each other, we can sell it from the first one with our stop loss above that high itself. Okay, like above both the POIs. Okay, so that was very clean. That was that day. Can you understand the two setups? Hope that was clear. Yeah, let me show you some more. This day I got stopped out at break even. Let me show you. Go to 30-minute. What has Asia done? Created a strong high, right? Liquidity taken out. Structure broken. An internal range liquidity. Rejection block. See, like, can you see how I'm showing you the same exact thing again and again? Okay, stop on breakout structure, strong high, internal range liquidity, high time frame point of interest, and then this. Okay, stop loss can go above the strong high, only around 3.5 pips, I guess. Yeah, and then I was targeting this low. We show you what happened. There it goes, and the timing is also good. Why? It's at 8:30 a.m. That is when it happened. Okay, so it tapped, came down. Now I was at break even, and then all of a sudden this happened for some reason. Okay, I don't know why. I didn't even pay myself, but yeah, this happened for some reason. So yeah, got stopped out at break even. That's okay. That's okay. Like, don't worry. I'm only showing you the Asian setup. Okay, nothing else. Let's talk about direction and all of that stuff later. Okay, I'll show you that later. Yeah, I'm only like showing you what's happening with Asia. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. Yeah. Now this day, of course, sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm a bit sick today. Don't mind that.
Do you have water with you?
Sorry?
Do you have water?
Yeah. I got some water right now. Okay. Look at this. Now, even in here, I was expecting stop on breakout structure, strong high. This liquidity we cleared out, and then this. Okay, so this is what I was expecting, but we didn't get that. This actually tapped into another 4-hour rejection block during New York, but not New York actually. Even that was during London, but without this liquidity being cleared out, it's not good for us to like. It might not be a very high probability trade, right? So had to let that day go. Let me show you. Yes, okay. Yeah, see that? Right into this one for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why it tapped there. So let it go. Okay, let it go. Not that clean. Yeah, look at this one. This was very clean. The next day setup. Look at this. Major breakout structure. What is it? Bearish, right?
Yeah.
We have a major breakout structure that is bearish. So which means every single move to the upside is only a stop hunt, a hunt for buy stops. Okay, so now the Asian high looks like a strong high, right? Why? Liquidity taken out and structure broken.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like a strong high, but if you go to the daily, right above Asia, what did we have? We had a rejection block.
Rejection block.
Yeah, on the daily.
Yeah, daily,
So now, yeah, just look at it. Now, is it safe for us to take a direct sell from Asia when we have a daily POI above it? Not safe at all, right? Not safe at all. But yeah, let me show you what happened. Look at this. Now, since Asia was a strong high, on the 4-hour time frame, the rejection block was created, like I told you. Rejection block is created. So now I told you, what do we do when we have two POIs? Okay, first we wait for reaction from this. If price runs through this, we can enter from this one directly. So we can refine it into this imbalance. Can you see it? We can refine it into the imbalance. So if price runs through this, we can set it from here. But if it taps here, gives you a breakout structure, then we get the confirmation entry. Okay, so then look at this. Okay, so yeah, now even in here, what happened was a sweep of Asia. And yeah, you know at what time it happens. 7 a.m. or else 8 a.m. is the time when we expect it to happen. So we can sell it. Stop loss above these highs right here. Right above the, yeah, so even if they tap into these rejection blocks, we're safe. And then we target external range liquidity. Okay, and remember, we're waiting for a reaction from this zone. Okay, so what happened? No reaction, straight through it. Can you see it? So no losses. That's it, because you were waiting for a confirmation from here anyway. Okay, then what happens? Okay, there it goes. Right at 7 a.m. Right at 7 a.m. A manipulation of the Asian high into the daily rejection block, and it comes down. That's it. Okay, so can you see the consistency in that setup? Same exact thing. Asia, pause run, then it starts to drop. Okay, so like look at this. Trend lines forming, order blocks forming. How many are trying to buy it here? So many, right? So many traders are trying to buy it here. But what happens? Since London opened here, it's reversing now. Okay, it's reversing here. Actually, these The reason for the reversal in here is, of course, like not just because it swept above Asia. There are other reasons. Let's talk about that later. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
sorry,
continue.
yeah,
Yeah.
for this one, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one question.
Okay.
If do you always mark out your daily high? If it's above Asia, would you trust the Asia high?
It's like this.
If
Okay,
the
now
previous day high was
it
above
doesn't have to
Asia.
be. It doesn't have to be a daily point of interest all the time. But let's say we have a like maybe even H1. Let's say we have something like a H1 rejection block or something right above Asia, even though the Asian high is strong. Okay, let's say we had something like this on the H1, even though the Asian high is strong. Even then, it is not safe for you to directly take a trade from Asia. Okay, so you wait for a point of interest. You see if price is giving you a reaction from this point, but if it is not, you can then enter it after the manipulation. Can you understand that? Hope that
Okay.
answered your question. Yeah.
That it does. Yeah. For the
Yeah.
reaction, do you wait in M15 or what time frame do you wait?
Yes, M15 is the lowest I go. Okay, M15 is
Okay.
the lowest I go. So, because the thing is now, we're not going to wait for these huge structural points to break. We're only waiting for a 3-candle formation to break. Okay, the
Okay.
swing low formation. Like a break like this. Yeah, exactly something like this. This is what we want to see within the point of interest. Let's say this thing was a point of interest, and on the M15, this is what we want to see. Stop fund, break of structure, a minor break. If we get this on the M15 inside of a point of interest, then we're good to take the trade like this.
Okay.
Can you understand that? Okay, so that's it, a strong high. Yeah, that's that. Look at this one. Same exact setup, but the timing wasn't that good. So the setup wasn't that, yeah, the setup was also slow. Look at this. What is this? Stop fund, breakout structure. Strong high, right? Strong high. So on the strong high, what do we look for? High time frame point of interest. What did we have on the 4-hour? Rejection block. Yeah. So now, see, this is why I told you to always focus on timing. Because now, at what time? Because anyway, we know that this day, Asian high is not strong, right? No stop funds. It did give you a break, but no stop funds. So it is not a strong high. So we can expect this to get taken out. At what time? At 7 a.m. London time, or as 8 a.m. Okay, so I sold it here. This is what I was expecting. This is the time when I was expecting this to happen. Stop loss above this high right here, 4.8 pips, and I'm targeting the Asian low. Okay, this is what I was expecting. See, now you will see why I told you to focus on timing. Okay, see now, I want this to happen at London kill zone or London open, because then at that is the time when most of the time, that's like I told you, that's the time when the high or the low of the day gets set. Okay, but most importantly, if you manage to get a setup at that time of the day, you're in and out of the market very quickly, because like it's frustrating, right? Like once you pull the trigger, like until you like if to keep on looking at the charts until it runs into your profits. Okay, you know how frustrating that is. But you saw the previous, yeah, you saw this one, right? What happened? Like quickly it came into right into the Asian low. Okay, so that is why we focus on London Open a lot. Okay, that way like we can stay out of a lot of stress. Now look what happened here. Timing wasn't that good. London Open, there we go. London Open, so 11:30 a.m. my time. That is when London kill zone opens. 12:30 p.m. my time. That is when the London session opens. Now look at this. London has opened, but failed to tap into the point of interest. Okay, so now ask yourself, when you have an unmitigated zone in here, would you try to look for cells from somewhere around here and on a random 30 meters, something like that? No, right? We will have to wait for that to get taken out anyway. Okay, we'll have to wait for that to get taken out. Now look what happened. Not yet. Created equal highs, more liquidity below it. Can you see that? More liquidity below the point of interest, equal highs, and then there it goes finally. Taps right into the point of interest, and there comes the drop. But look how long it took though. Why? Because timing wasn't that good. So if you took this trade, you'll have to wait for 11 hours until it turns into your targets. But if you manage to get a trade during London Open, you saw that, right? Like the next one, look at this. Look how quick it ran into your targets. You sell it here, you pay yourself at the Asian low, and within 1 hour and 30 minutes, you're done for the day. Okay, you're done for the day now. These were actually the reason I wouldn't have gotten this if it didn't happen in here, because this happened in a very crucial area. Let's talk about that later. So for this, your final targets are, your second target is here, external range of the 4 hour, and your final target is all the way down here. That's the only reason I wanted to take this trade, even though the timing was wrong. Okay, but yeah, like I'll tell you why this is our target once we talk about trading ranges. Okay, so intraday to swing, I'll tell you how to swing that too. Okay, so intraday to swing. So that was that. So let's see. Yeah, look at this one. Even this day, like ignore that long wick, okay, because it was just a manipulation. If you ignore that long wick, we know that Asian low is a strong low, right?
Yeah.
Liquidity taken, and yeah, structure broken, or is this swing high is broken. So when Asia is a strong low, what do we do? We go into the higher time frames to see what our point of interest is, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? An order block and a rejection block. Okay, so there we go. Now we have all of that marked out. Let's go into the lower time frames like this. Now what do? From the first one, what do you wait for? You wait for a reaction, right? You wait for a reaction. But if you do not get this reaction, then what do? You enter from this one directly. And what's the time when you're expecting price to get here? London kill zone, or is London open? Yeah, same exact thing. Okay, so it should be at this should come here at 11:30 a.m. my time, or is 12:30 p.m. Okay, because 11:30 is London kill zone and 12:30 is London session. So let's see what happened. There it comes. Okay, now I'm waiting for reactions. No reactions. See that? It's running straight through it. So now what am I doing? Buying it from the rejection block. Stop loss below the strong low, 3.4 pips. And I'm targeting these highs. Okay, so I wasn't targeting the Asian highs. Actually, I was targeting all of these swing highs. Can you see? The swing highs, this long wicks. Okay, so we're targeting this. So what happens? There it goes. Time is good because this is the time window when we should stay active on the charts, like I told you. There we go. At that time, price tapped right into it. 50 minutes after London kill zone, tapped right into the point of interest. And what happens? There it goes. See that? Okay, so when Asia is strong, this is what would happen. Okay, this is what would happen. It gives you a retracement and then it starts to fly. Okay, so that was that. Let's see some more. Yeah, this day I honestly missed the setup because now you could have taken a sell from above Asia. This was London kill zone, right? At see that 11:30 a.m. my time, ran above Asia, tapped into this point of interest. Wasn't the cleanest entry, but if you took a sell here, stop loss above that high, and if you targeted these equal lows, you would have had a nice 1 to 5 almost. Okay, but I wasn't waiting for that. I was waiting for this liquid to get cleared out into this 4-hour rejection block that is in here, I guess. Yeah, I was waiting for this. Okay, so I was waiting for all of this liquid to get cleared out. You can see all this liquidity, right? Look at this. Equal lows. Okay, so I was waiting for this to get taken out into this one and then fly, but nah, didn't give us that. It just tapped into this one for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so that was what happened that day. And this day, this day I'll show you what happened. Okay, not a very clean entry, because look at this. Asian low is what? A strong low, right? It's a strong low, right? Liquidity taken out and structure broken. Okay, liquidity taken out, structure broken. So if you go to the 4-hour, we have the order block right here. And then we have the rejection block that is in here. Okay, so we had this. Now we have two zones. What do? We wait for reaction from this, and then we maybe buy it here, right? So I was waiting for a reaction, but didn't. Like it did give us the reaction, tapped, and fly right away. Okay, and look at the time once again, 12:15. That is 15 minutes before London open. Now I could have bought this because why? To go into lower time frames, look how it failed to tap into it. See that? Created liquidity above it. Okay, like right above it, it created some liquidity and then yeah. But the thing is, see, like if you waited for breaks and all of that, nah, you're not getting it. You're not getting in, so you'll have to let that day go. So that was that day. But you can see how it taps into the order block or is the rejection block, right? If it is strong, that is what would happen. Okay, that is what would happen. It taps into the order block or is the rejection block. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, look at this one. Oh, like I told you earlier. I told you, now look at this. Asian high looks like a strong high, right? Why? Liquidity taken out. Swing low broken. So what do we have on the 4-hour time frame? We have a rejection block. Okay, but right above Asia, we have a rejection block here. Can you see that? Now, like I told you, like I told you in that previous example, when we have a POI right above Asia, Are we going to take a direct trade out of the Asian high? No, right? We can't. So then what do? We wait for a reaction from the zone. If it does not give us a reaction, then we sell it from here directly. Okay. So now, I'm sorry. And what's the next time? What's the next thing? Timing, right?